not going to be critical of the Lockie Galvin signing because I think it was the right play. I would still be starting Reed Mahoney at 9 though. The worst thing that happened for Canterbury was the fact that Lockie Galvin was available mid-year. If you said to me, like, why can't Penrith win the comp? For mine, it's the form of Dylan Edwards at the moment.
He's the fittest bloke just about in rugby league, right? He has been for a long time. Looks fried to me, Nick.
Sharks v Roosters. I think this will be an aerial assault of the wingers.
Wingers might decide this game.
I think
it's not often you say that.
No, I agree.
Wingers decide games.
I agree. There's coaching tension between Madge and Ricky. What's the storyline at the end of the day?
It's going to be the fullbacks, I think.
Welcome to a very special finals edition of the Code NRL show. I'm with Brent Reed, Reedy, and Michael Carianis. Let's rip into it, boys. Boys, big story yesterday broken by Mickey Carianis. Reed Mahoney acts from the Bulldogs side to face the Melbourne Storm down at Amy Park. Reed man Mick, big story. Mahoney out, Toby Sexton in.
Yeah, caught me by surprise definitely when you started to filter through around that selection. Like, not so much the fact that Reed Mahoney's out of the 17, right? Because for mine, Reed Mahoney either starts or he doesn't play. So I can understand that. I just think it's a lot of change at the Bulldogs in a short period when, you know, at this time of year, most clubs are looking for stability, right? So, like, I'm not going to be critical of the Lockie Galvin signing because I think it was the right play, right? I would still be starting Reed Mahoney at 9, though. I just think he's defensively a little bit better. Bailey's going to be a really good player, right? But I don't think Bailey's got the legs at the moment to play 80 minutes at the intensity that is required, particularly in a finals game.
You mentioned too much change. Doesn't it simplify things because they're making less changes? Because Sexton's really only going to get into the game if there's a half that goes down.
So Bailey's going to play 80 minutes?
He could slot around hooker.
Bailey's going to play 80 minutes?
He's done that before.
Or give a breather to Hayward.
Yeah. Well, that's a change because how much NRL time has Toby Sexton played at hooker?
No, not much, but I don't think he's going to be playing massive minutes there.
He might need to. Bailey could get knocked out. You don't know, right? But I think when we sit down,
Man as well.
When you sit down and break the changes, obviously you got the Galvin one, right? Huge change, huge change in the middle of the year.
Big.
You've got the dummy half change, massive change, right? Then you've got a subtle change with what Stephen Crichton's doing at fullback, where he's attacking Stephen Crichton, what he's doing when he's attacking, when Canterbury attacking, he goes to fullback. Connor Tracy transitions to right centre. Now, right? I 100% agree with that because getting Stephen Crichton with the hands on the ball more, but it's another change, right? So I just think they've run out of runway. That's my concern for Canterbury. All the changes, I understand, I get, and I'm not really going to argue with, although I would personally start with Reed Mahoney at 9, but I'm just not sure they've got enough time to get it all going.
I think you have to do something because they're not playing well. They haven't played well for a while now. What intrigues me about Sexton is if things aren't going well in this game, if things aren't going to plan, if things aren't working, will he tinker with his halves?
Will he take Galvin off?
Will he, or move Galvin to 6, move Burton to 7? I don't know. I'm just saying that option is there now, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder where. I'm sure Cam's saying to Galvin, don't worry, you're my halfback, nothing's going to change. But if things aren't going well in Melbourne, given the way they've been playing and the way Lachlan's struggled himself, and I'm with Mick, I think long term they've made the right move.
Yeah.
Like Galvin will work out in the long run. He's too good a player not to. I just wonder whether now, if things in Melbourne, just say they're losing and they look poor in the first half, does he pull a trigger to try and get them back into the game?
He wouldn't be the first coach to do it because, guys, remember in 2016 when Shane Flanagan took Chad Townsend off the field?
I don't remember that, but I'm sure it happened.
Yeah, Canberra. I remember,
It was a huge call at the time. He took the starting halfback off the field.
It was, but that was...
And they ended up winning the game.
That was one change.
Yeah.
Right.
But
this will be one change.
You're taking the starting half off.
We've seen a lot of... For Miners, we've seen a lot of change.
Yeah.
Right? And then... Flanagan was pretty steadfast in that press conference straight after that. No, Chad's still our halfback. They got around Chad, right? It was a huge call in the moment of the game, right?
I think Serraldo would be the same about Galvin.
Potentially. The worst thing that happened for Canterbury was the fact that Lockie Galvin was available mid-year, right? In an ideal scenario, in an ideal world, he would have finished the year at the West Tigers and they would have parachuted him at the end of the season.
But I think the point is...
Well, the Tigers were never letting him go, remember?
I don't think they were going to win. I don't think they were going to win the premiership with Sexton at 7.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they took a throw at the stumps because thought this is going to make us a better team.
Reedy.
Not just in the long term. It's going to make us a more dangerous team in the short term. Now, it hasn't worked out that way, right? And Even before he got there, they were starting to get the wobbles a little bit with Sexton. You pointed out, Dave, Sexton's stats, I think it was in Canberra. Right?
No line
So
breaks.
they were getting the wobbles already. And this is just sort of
Snowballed,
right? Nothing's changed. I think we all thought, or I thought, you get Galvin in there, you're a better football side, you're more dangerous, you'll pick up some steam again. But they haven't. They're just sort of treading water at the moment.
I appreciate the focus on the biggest talking points at the Dogs is the spine. But, boys, I can't get away from the fact the Dogs identified their biggest issue a long time ago when they signed Leo Thompson. They indicated right there and then that they weren't convinced in their pack. And I feel as though that is still their Achilles heel. You think about that Roosters performance, the Roosters just powered through them. Then last week, Cronulla, with their when the Sharks bench came on, they just kept on rolling straight through them. Max King has had an incredible season, a career high season, but it's also taken some juice out of him.
Yeah. Agree.
And then Sam Hughes, he's a young prop. Like there's no expectation that Sam Hughes is a dominant front rower in the game. And I just feel as though, as much as the focus is on the halves, and to your point that they've lost their way, I think it's pack related.
I would say only 2 weeks ago they went down to Melbourne. Very unlucky not to
Left
win
3
that game.
tries over the line.
Very unlucky not. So they're not without hope going down to Melbourne.
I give them a big chance, yeah.
I don't know if I give them a big chance. I give them an outside chance.
Yeah, I think
I don't think they'll be close. Like, they're not going to get embarrassed.
No,
right? They won't
no.
get embarrassed. So, yeah.
And Melbourne have got a few out as well. Obviously, Paps and Jerome.
Yeah.
If you said these were all the changes they're going to make at the end of the season, I'd be like, sweet. It's just my concern is that so many, so soon, with not a lot of leadway.
Yeah. Is there a world we live in, this will sound crazy, but it almost becomes like whatever we do now is a bonus for next year.
Nah.
Like we're just getting runs on the board to get some experience in the finals when we're here, but we're really not here to win the comp.
You're no guarantee to make it next year, Dave.
Yeah.
Really, I understand what you're saying. Like, you're building the foundation block for long term, right?
Yeah.
And that's the Lockie signing, no doubt, right? But this could be the last time this group finishes in the top 4. I don't think it will be.
No.
But this could potentially be the last time, right? Yeah. So they've gone all in to win it this year, and what these changes are for. They've axed Reed Mahoney because they believe that Baylor will give them a better chance of winning this weekend, right? So I get it. It's an all-in play. I'm so intrigued to see how it's going to play out because it's so uncommon for us to see.
Yep.
And that's not to say it's not the right thing, but at the moment, I don't think it's a winning rotation.
Boys, the second final of the weekend over in New Zealand. I can't wait to see the atmosphere and the crowd as far as this Warriors v Panthers clash. History between the two coaches, having worked together, Webster and Ivan Cleary. Everyone feels as though this is a Panthers victory.
Yeah.
Can the Warriors do something here? Can they win this game?
No, I don't think so.
He'll be showing that to his players.
I don't think so. I just think, I saw him play at Brookie on the weekend, and they're just a side that have had too many obstacles to overcome. They've had an outstanding season. You talk about foundation blocks for next year. Well, it's all there for the Warriors, right? Yeah. It's all set up nicely for them to mount a top 4 charge next year. I just think the Panthers just know how to get it done, and they'll probably do enough to win. I'm not putting a line through them, Dave. They can't win the comp. There's no doubt they can't win the comp. But I reckon they've got 80 good minutes in them. And I reckon they can give
at
it
home.
At home, full house at Mount Smart, or whatever it's called now. Is it called Mount Smart? Yeah. I think they've got 80 minutes in them, and they can have one red hot go. And maybe produce a stunning upset, because it would be. And Penrith have been, they've won a lot of games in the back end of the year. Remarkable. What they've done is remarkable, right, to get to where they are from being, where were they last after 12 rounds? They won, I think, 10 of their past 13 games or something. So, mate, it's a huge task. But I just think the Warriors, I just reckon that if they can turn up opening 20 minutes, own the opening 20, get a head start, come out, fly out the blocks, put some points on, get the win in their sails, get that crowd behind them. I'm not willing to say they can't win this game.
Boys, did this come from Rugby League Fantasy Land? Did you pick up on this tip there was a little bit of whispers around the game at the point of which when Ivan decided to rest his 16 players. The tip went that the Panthers all sat around and went through all the machinations of what could potentially happen in the finals. And the one game they didn't want to happen was a trip to New Zealand.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that story.
They didn't want to go to New Zealand.
Yeah. This was the tip.
Because of the travel.
Travel,
Yeah.
the impact on your recovery if you win.
Yeah.
The going over earlier. It's a tough place to play.
I don't think Penrith fear anyone.
That plan's backfired if that was
Well,
their plan.
I don't.
Hasn't it what?
Honestly, I don't know, Dave. I don't feel
You're
like.
a new mathematician.
Yeah, Pythagoras' theorem didn't work.
I think Penrith feel like they could beat anyone anywhere.
Of course they can. Yeah,
So-
I agree.
For mine, it's a non-issue. I think they're going to win the comp.
Do you?
Hurt what?
Penrith.
Pardon?
Penrith. The 4-time premiers.
Right.
I think they can win the comp.
Can or
You
will?
think? Hang on a second.
I think they will.
You're already backtracking.
No, I think
Yeah.
they will.
Yeah,
They're the ones
okay.
I've tipped to win the comp.
Okay.
Sorry, Penrith fans. They'll beat Canberra in the grand final.
Yeah, this is the bloke who just came to laugh.
So
Yes.
in saying that, in declaring that massive call that Penrith will become the first team to win the premiership from outside the top 4.
Yes.
You also believe Dylan Edwards will find his best form.
My major concern for Penrith is Dylan Edwards. No doubt. Forget everything else that's gone on with Penrith this year. This is a genuine concern because he looks like he's lacking self-confidence.
He looks fried to me, Nick. He's the fittest bloke just about in rugby league, right? He has been for a long time. He looks tired. He looks tired, doesn't he?
He's losing contest in the air, right? But the concerning thing was he dropped a bomb against the Dragons last week. Then he made a play the ball error. A couple of these are errors that plagued him when he first started, right? And haven't been a constant this year. And for mine, the only question mark I have on Penrith at the moment to go in and win in the premiership is the form of Dylan Edwards.
You've got to understand too, I think we have to give them some leeway. They are not robots. These guys have been up for 4 years, call it 5 if you want to. And Dylan Edwards has been the constant.
Oh, it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Remarkable. And at some point, the energy levels, despite the fact that, of course, you're running out onto that field and I'm saying I want to win today. But there has to be a small percentage of juice sapped from everything they've
But he's the
put
only
in.
one at the moment for me that looks like that.
Yeah.
I don't see it in Nathan. I don't see it in Zai. I don't see it in Lima. I don't see it in any of the other players. So my concern, number one concern for me, if you said to me, why can't Penrith win the comp? For mine, it's the form of Dylan Edwards at the moment.
Boys, Saturday night, Shark Park, 5v8, Sharks v Roosters. I think this will be an aerial assault of the wingers.
Yep.
Agreed?
Well, it has to be. I mean, you got Roosters got Daniel Tupou, Mark Nwingini Tuwaze on their wings. I mean, if you're not putting the ball up in the air with Sam Walker's kicking game, you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, clearly, and Ronaldo's obviously outstanding in the air as well. So, you're right, Dave. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a great game, and the wingers might decide this game.
I think
it's not often you say that.
No,
the
I agree.
wingers decide
I
games,
agree.
but
Where
they
would you
could.
ever say it?
I legitimately
Yes.
believe this. And I reckon at some point, mark these words, on Saturday night, we're going to be staring at the video screen and we're going to be looking at an escort. We're going to be looking at an escort on did he move his shoulder?
What about tackle in the air?
Did he
Or could Tony Staggs just deliberately take it?
Did his eyes look at the player or the ball? You know how they're doing this stuff now? Seriously. Body language experts in the bunker. This is what they become.
Those guys are so entertaining, particularly Mark.
The guys in the bunker?
Mark Nwingini Tuwaze in the air. Him and Xavier Coates.
Yeah.
You know, people complain about the game.
cheap way
the
to
game becoming a bit predictable. Just kicking to the
The
corners.
cheap way to the
right?
try line.
But man, I love seeing those blokes fly through the air.
Yeah, do you guys have it? I've never had an issue with tries off kicks.
I do. I just think it's a cheap way to the try line. I love them. Look, they're athletic geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a skill
but
set.
there is a predictability.
spectacular.
There's a predictability about it. There is.
If it's predictable, you should stop it.
Mate, there is nothing.
Well, there's sometimes it's just I'm taller than you.
Yeah.
Dave, there's nothing predictable about Mark Nwingini Tuwaze.
No,
and the way he plays the game.
on the ground for sure.
Everywhere. He's he's
I've never had an issue with tries off kicks.
Yeah, right. I think this one will
for a vertically challenged man. That's intriguing, isn't it? Well, you played league, did you?
You're the shortest person here.
It's the truth.
Sammy Walker's kicking game will be enormous.
So good.
He actually got Cronulla a couple of times. Firstly in Gosford earlier this year, then again at Shark Park. I think it's absolutely Sammy Walker.
It's great to see him
Let's
back.
ask the real
It's great
question.
to see him
Wait.
back playing, isn't it?
All right. Firstly, are you glad? Where do you think the Roosters should finish up this year, Dave?
Although, well, clearly the bookmakers agree with me because they are short price favourites. The 8th team are short price favourites against the 5th team.
So have they had a good year or a bad year, Dave? Where do you assess it?
Hey, your turn's coming. Be careful.
That's all right. I'm happy to stand by what I've said.
I think they've had a decent year. They had to overcome some injuries.
Average year. What if they get knocked out week 1 of the finals?
I think that's an underachievement for the Roosters. If you ask the Sydney Roosters where they think they should be running, I don't think 8th is the answer.
I think they would have taken it at the start of the year.
Okay, it's the start of the year, but the roster's the roster. They've got 5 Origin players. They've got the Dalian player of the year in James Tedesco. If you drop Teddy into any of the other top 8 teams, you made the case for Dylan Edwards earlier. Teddy would be enormous for Penrith.
Mate, Cronulla would win the comp.
Cronulla, enormous for Cronulla.
Cronulla would win the comp if they had James Tedesco at fullback.
No, that's not true. Anyway.
What do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, they'd absolutely go close. Yep.
No, he said
He's a game changer.
He said they'd win the comp.
He's a game changer.
That's a difference.
He's a game changer.
But go on, what do you got for me?
You're looking forward to Sam
What do
Walker.
you got, pal?
Sam Walker.
Love the kid. He's a champion. I spoke to him this week. He's a ripper. Queenslander.
What's the context of your article coming out with Sam Walker?
It's inside the brain of a rugby league savant. A genius is what I'm thinking about building it around, because he is a rugby league genius, Sam Walker. You know,
Was he aware?
did well to come back this year.
When you spoke to him, was he aware of
the claim that you were making that he was a genius?
I said to him, mate, I want to go inside your head.
No, not that claim. The
Which
claim
one?
that you said,
he's Einstein.
he probably shouldn't play again.
Mate, please. Braithen Astor tweets it puts on Instagram every week.
So he was aware.
I took a photo of me and him together and sent it to Bray.
What did Sammy say about you
He's
saying
fine,
that he
he's
should come
fine.
back?
He don't
Well, he
care.
didn't slag Sammy Walker.
No. Sammy, I've spoken to Sammy about
Yeah,
it several times. He finds it amusing.
Yeah, it's
like most people.
it's amusing.
Like you idiots do. But mate, I mean, that got, as I've said numerous times.
Oh, just own it, mate.
That got completely taken out of context.
See?
I said if they're out of finals contention, and they were not out of finals contention, and at the time I thought he was coming back in August. And you know what? Keep dropping your phone. And there were some people close to him who were of that belief.
Yep.
So I just parroted what they were saying. So
Well done.
yeah. Anyway, it worked out well.
Boys, this is sold out. GIO Stadium, Sunday afternoon, rugby league. Thanks, Mr. Abdo.
He listened to you, Dave.
I appreciate that. Broncos, Raiders. There's an increasing tension between these two teams.
What's going on there? You had the bus situation. What's the go there?
There's coaching tension between Madge and Ricky.
Are they friends?
But at the same time, there's club to club. There's club to club tension. And it all started back in round 2 with the bus situation of when the Broncos pulled up at the front gates and said, hang on a sec, why aren't we going through the gates? And the Raiders said, well, we've changed our plans.
Should have stormed the gates.
Anyway, it's all... I found it ridiculous.
Are they friends?
No, I don't think they are friends, are they, Dave? You'd know better than me, but I don't
think they're best
No,
mates.
I don't think they're best mates. I don't think they speak that often. And, you know, Ricky obviously gave Madge a bit of a lifeline when he left the West Tigers, brought him back into coaching, and then Madge obviously took the New South Wales job and left there. So I don't think they particularly left on the friendliest of terms. And we know what Ricky's like. He loves a bit
There's
of
definitely a respect. There's a respect.
Yeah,
there's a coaching respect there.
But it's not like Ricky and Craig who talk all the time.
Yeah.
And are been mates for God knows how long, 30, 40 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these blokes they know each other, but I don't think there's any great, I wouldn't call it a friendship, no.
How does this play out, this game?
It's going to be entertaining.
What's the storyline at the end of the day?
It's going to be the fullbacks, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're both, like Reece Walsh is in career best form. He's found that consistency over the past 5 or 6 weeks. He's not playing with any strapping around his knee. He looks free. And Kyle Weeks has
Dynamite.
been ridiculously good this year, right?
They bought him as a 5'8" originally.
Outstanding job.
Couldn't get a start at Manly.
Outstanding behind Tommy. A bit hard. So
Where would Weeks be playing if he was at Manly?
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe Brooks isn't
He
there.
had to go,
Maybe
didn't
he's at 6.
He had to.
Did Weeks have to go, I reckon?
Yeah,
Had to go. Yeah, it was just one of those unfortunate circumstances for him, and Canberra signed a good one there. So, I think the battle of the ones.
Huge.
Oh, see, that's a big part of it, right? I mean, obviously, I think Payne Haas and Joey Tarpanay is huge as well, right? 2 front rowers, probably arguably the 2 best front rowers in the comp. And Payne's been just laying this platform for the Broncos and their halves he's done it all season, right?
Yeah.
And Joey's become one of the great leaders of rugby league. Like, I never saw it in him. I don't know him that well, but I never thought of him as a great leader. But he's become an amazing leader in Canberra for that footy team, and I reckon that clash is going to be immense, and it's going to play a big role in the outcome of this game. And the fullbacks are not. It's an obvious one though, because those two blokes are in great form. You know, it's funny, right? A lot of people are talking up Brisbane, but man, Canberra have been so good this year, so consistent. A lot of people wrote them off before the season began, and and they've been unbelievable. A lot of people wrote them off.
I'm tipping Canberra, boys.
You are tipping Canberra.
From day one.
You can't suck up to Ricky now, mate. It's too late.
It's too far gone.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, I sat in this very seat and I declared Joey Tarpany the best front runner in the game, and this bloke here took me to task.
Well, Payne's the best front runner in the game.
Took me to task.
Payne's the best front runner
And
in
I
the game.
think Tarpany has absolutely proven by leading the Raiders to the minor premiership.
You think Tarpany's
through
better?
consistency as well in his performances.
Think he's better than Payne Haas?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay.
I'm with Reedy on this.
It's close. I'm not saying it's not close, but Payne's the best front rower in
Good
the
to
game.
see you coming round.
No, well, I
Earlier
thought he
this
was a
year,
good player.
Please.
Did I bag him earlier this year? What did I say?
No, you didn't bag him.
Oh, okay. There you go. Joey, don't listen to him. Love you, buddy. Champion.
Boys, the rumour mill. What's in the mailbag? What are you on? A little bit of something around Tommy Trbojevic.
Yeah, look, obviously, looks like Tommy's out of the Ashes tour. He's got a bit of a knee issue, Tommy. But the other intriguing thing with Tommy is there's been rumours circulating. Actually, they've just come out in England that he's been shopped to Super League teams. Now, I don't think it's progressed beyond that, but he's definitely been Super League teams been asked their interest levels in Tommy potentially for the 2027 season when he's off contract. Now, obviously, Manly are negotiating in the background with Tommy over an extension, so it's intriguing. It's intriguing. Mick, what do you got to add to that?
Yeah, it is intriguing that on multi-late, he wanted to play for Australia at the end of the season, but his knee doesn't require surgery. So it's just one of those ones that needs rest, and he wants to gear himself up for a big pre-season head into Manly for Manly next year. And as Reedy said, he definitely instructed his agent to sound out Super League options. So that's what's happened. He's got 12 months left on his Manly deal. Manly want to keep him, right? So this is not a question of Manly wanting Tom out of the club.
Yeah.
Right? Manly want to keep him. They want to lock him down long term. They want him to finish his career there. So whether or not Tom is getting itchy feet, want to experience something else, or the injuries were
Do you
starting
think his
to
management
mount
just
up.
want another suitor?
No, because he's been pretty open, right? He's
And
open.
Manly are making him a good offer. When you take into account...
Sits at around 800, my understanding is.
Well, I mean, he's earned a lot of money for a long time at that footy club.
And he knows that,
Yeah.
right? Like he said publicly, I'm not going to get anywhere near what I'm getting now.
And he's offered to take a pay cut previously. So, I don't think it's a money issue with Tommy.
I don't think I don't think that significant money is in the English Super League anymore.
No, you wouldn't get that in the Super League.
You wouldn't get anywhere near that.
You get market. You're allowed to pay one overseas player outside the salary cap.
I think George Williams is the highest paid player in Super
Is it
League.
300,000 quid or something?
A little bit more than
Geez,
that.
Bevan French
Yeah.
should be. Wow.
You know, so the money is completely different.
Yeah.
Right? So it wouldn't, as Reedy said, it'd be more of a lifestyle
move.
change of because he's not going to play against Manly, right? They've made that clear, the boys. So whether or not they both go to Super League together,
Oh yeah.
Jake and Tom.
Package deal. And I mean, look, I think it would ease the pressure on Tommy as well. I mean, you wouldn't have gibbers like ask him every week, how you feeling, how's your body, which I think's worn him down for a long time now. The people have been so focused on his fitness and his health and the shape of his body. And he'd go over there and play in Super League. Man, Tommy could play in second gear and he'd be the best player in Super League.
Yep.
So, but I think ultimately he'll end up staying at Manly. But obviously there's something doing.
Boys, a Code NRL trivia competition starts tomorrow. So I thought we'd just throw a couple of questions, just a couple
Bit
of
of burley in
teasers
the water.
to show the readers and listeners out there what could be in store as
How little
far
we
as
know about
the
the game.
quiz. It goes live on Friday, fellas. It goes live.
okay.
So here we go,
I'm going
righto.
to be doing it for sure.
I'll throw
Just throw it open.
I'm going to throw a lollipop up for you early. Nathan Cleary's brother Jet plays for which
Warriors.
team? Hands on your buzzers,
That was
please.
too easy. You can't he didn't say his name or something.
Yeah. Legendary forward Glenn Lazarus had what nickname?
Brick
Brick
with
with
eyes.
eyes.
Oh, he got you. Mick 2-0. Conceding more than how many points in a game supposedly means you can't win the premiership?
50.
You're getting smashed, Reed, man. That's 3-0. Which top 4 side did not end around this season at the top of the ladder?
Brisbane.
Is he wrong?
That's 4-0.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a taste of it on trivia.
Looks
Code
like fun.
NRL trivia goes live on Friday, and just like that, you can be as good as Michael Carianis.